Okay, tonight's homework is number 1, A and D, and number 2 in the back. So I'm going to start with number 1A. And you know how to set up the problem, so I'll get the problem set up. And one of the things I like to do when I'm setting up the problem is leave myself plenty of space so that I have room to work. And the very first thing I look at is my first digit in my dividend, or my whole number, the 9. And I think to myself, does my 41 go into the 9? And it doesn't, of course. And so then I extend one more digit to the 99. And does my 41 go into the 99? Absolutely. And this is when I use my powers of estimation and think 41 is close to 40. And if I was going to count up by 40s, 40, 80, that's kind of close to 99. The next one would be 120. That's much farther away. So I'm going to say I can go into 99 about 2 times. And then my next step is to multiply my 2 times the 41. 2 times 41 is 82. And all of this time, I'm in the hundreds place. So I like to kind of imagine for myself that there's this little imaginary line that goes down here. And I stay to the left of this line for now. And it's really the hundreds column that I'm in. So I'm looking at how many times does 41 go into 900, and that's about 200 times. 200s times 41 is 82 hundredths. And so it's as if I have something there, but really I'm just staying focused on my hundreds column. I'm going to subtract that 82. Oh, how did I get orange? That's weird. That's okay. I'll go back to blue. And I get 17 hundredths. Now I'm going to drop down my 6. Really, I'm going to my tens place. So now I have 176 tens. How many times does 41 go into 176? About 4 times. 4 times 41 is 164. I subtract that. I get 12. I bring down my ones. Now I have 122 ones. 41 into 122 ones is approximately 2 ones. 2 times 41, 82. I subtract that, and I get 40. Okay. Now, according to my directions, I'm supposed to be checking my answers using multiplication. So I do want everybody to get in the practice of checking their work, because there's a lot of places where you can make mistakes in division, and it's a good idea to check. To be clear about what I'm doing when I check, I am taking my quotient and I'm multiplying it by my divisor. So 242 times 41. This is good practice remembering how to multiply multi-digit numbers. So of course I first multiply my ones by the whole number. Then I'll multiply my tens by the whole number to get 9680. And then I'll add them together. When I multiply the divisor by the quotient, I get 9,922. So now I just need to add in the remainder to see if I end up with the whole number that I started with. And when I do that, I do end up with 9,962, which was my original number. So the next problem I asked you to do is D. When you set it up, it looks like this. And so I pay attention to the place value, and I see if it will first of all go into the very first digit, what happens to be the thousands place, happens to be. 32 does not go into 2, so I extend my search further. Does it go into 26? Nope. 32 is still bigger than 26. It's not going to go in there. So I have to go all the way to 262. So at this point, I'm rounding my 32 to about 30, and I'm thinking of multiples of 30 until I get close to 262. This is my brain over here thinking 180, 210, 240, 270. That's close, but it's too much. So I'm going to go with this one, 240. How many times did I have to count up to get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 8 times. So I'm going to go for a starting place of 8. 8 tens specifically. When I multiply 8 times 32, I get 256. 256. I do my subtracting, and I get 65. I bring down the 5. What? When I subtract, I get 6. Oopsie. 6. When I bring down the 5, 32 and 65 is about 2. 2 times 32 is 64. When I subtract, I have 1. So my answer would be 82 with a remainder of 1. And of course, I'm going to check that by multiplying my quotient by my divisor. Before I add in my remainder, I have 2,624. So now I'll add in my remainder of 1. Hopefully I'll get my whole number that I started with, 2,625. Voila! All done with A and D. This brings us to number 2 on the back. So I'm going to be paying attention to some important information, maybe even underlining some things. A political gathering in South America was attended by 7,910 people. Each of South America's 14 countries was equally represented. How many representatives attended from each country? So it seems like the important things here are the number of people who attended in the first place, 7,910 people, and the countries, 14 of them were equally represented. Okay, so it looks like I need to take my 7,910 and divide it by 14 to find out how many representatives attended from each country, which is the question.
7,910 divided by 14.
Perfect. But you're going to have to do the math on that one yourself, right, Wesley?
What?
Yep. Good luck. You can do it.
I trust.
Currently, we're spying on Anne's class. You can hear her giving directions. And we've decided that we're not going to give you the answer to number 2. You're going to have to figure it out. But you have all the skills. You have everything you need to solve this one. Good job. Good luck. We'll see you in the morning.